All right, here we are on Dreamcatcher for this round of 16 game between FyreHeart Protoss in the bottom left and RandomBanana, the Terran, in the top right. Let's have a look at the map. It is big. It's got this huge wide open space in the squid area in the middle. See how it's a squid? And it's got these, like, good luck trying to hold sort of this gold base here is, I don't know how you would hold that. It does have this one up top that is easier to hold because there's only really this path into it, but it's got this weird kind of area in the middle which is like some sort of horrific no man's land. Another base here that is difficult to hold. So while it is a map that can get split down the middle, these central bases that are halfway between, I don't think I can ever remember playing a game on this map where those got taken. I've seen Zergs take this first and then try and secure it, especially in Zerg versus Zerg. But that's not what's happened here. So, yeah, it's RandomBanana that's going to come out and scout. What's he going to see? In the main base of FyreHeart, everything looks very straight up and normal. We've got the second gas just finishing up, fully saturated on the minerals, gateway finished, side core coming down immediately. So no scouting has occurred on this side. RandomBanana is going to come in, see everything. The worker is also going to scout the timing on the expo. It looks like he perhaps wants to expo himself. He has got gas saturation here. He's getting the orbital command up. This is a reactor coming down on a single barracks, which is kind of fine. Yeah, so neither of these players up to mischief, it would seem. Neither up to mischief. Forge coming, that's a pretty weird Forge timing. And I'll be honest, I don't like it. It's just weird. I'm not sure what the Forge achieves at this point. You know, if you'd scouted and you thought, oh, this is a battlecruiser build, I'm gonna throw down a couple of cannons in my mineral line. That's one thing, but you haven't scouted at all. So what is this Forge for? You know, I've been through this before. Double cannon at the front door achieves literally nothing. What does it do? What is that for? A single cannon to stop cloaked units walking in, or other units walking in, or buy a bit of time maybe. But like two, you know, a dedicated push melts cannons. Simple as that. And a pesky scout coming in, one cannon deals with it, or cloaked units coming in, one cannon will deal with it. So yeah, building a forge so that you can build this, I don't like that at all. Anyway, on this side of the map, bunker at the front door, siege tank on the high ground. This is not a ramp that would be straightforward to push up without, at the very least, blink and some pretty beefy ground units. It's a double robo, and we've got immortals building, or at least one immortal, one observer building. When the observer comes out, we'll see what follows it up. Immortals are pretty good units. They do sort of hefty single shot damage. Thump, thump, thump. They're sledgehammers, so really good at focusing down things like siege tanks, assuming they can see them. So where did the... Oh, okay, that happened. So RandomBanana sneaking in here with this Liberator, and it looks like, disappointingly, it looks as though the observer gets F2'd. Oh, that is a lot of kills, guys. You've got to be faster with pulling the units. So the way to approach this is put your stalkers around the edge here. Yeah, not in the liberation zone, although sending the immortal in first to the liberation zone will soak up a shot, because the immortal's got that weird barrier thing that soaks up to 100 damage. So it doesn't even lose shield by taking the liberator shot to the face. Yeah, oversaturation here needs to adjust those workers, just get things balanced. Full saturation here for RandomBanana. Let's have a look at the upgrades tab. So +1 attack done for our Protoss player, and normally if you think you're going to be playing against Marines, +1 armor is definitely the preferred upgrade. No upgrades for RandomBanana. Look how many Marines there are. You know, for the cost of 2 Marines, you could have combat shield, and every one of these Marines would be 25% better. Why wouldn't you? Just why wouldn't you do it? I don't understand. So yeah, quite a few workers did get killed, but FyreHeart pretty much even on workers as it goes. The army supply, however, is heavily in RandomBanana's favor, as is the income at present. Yeah, so why is that? Is it just because the lack of gas saturation? There's 2 workers missing here. Not sure really, but RandomBanana is kind of running away supply-wise, despite the workers being pretty consistent. So these warp gates, you know, this robo is clearly idle at present. FyreHeart has supply, but the warp gates aren't busy, they're not on cooldown, and there's only 2 of them, so to be fair, he does have another 2 coming in, but you know, you can comfortably run, that's better, that is much more like it. Yeah, neither of these players were the 3rd yet, and okay. I'm so rubbish at this. So FyreHeart with the 3rd coming down needs to get worker production started up again. These 2 Nexus have been idle for a long time. It's RandomBanana spreading Marines out in every direction on the map, and I quite like it, to be honest, as a means of just checking, is there a ninja base anywhere, anything I need to know about. +1 combat shield and stim are all done now, and that makes these Marines actually pretty scary. There's no +1 armor done for the Protoss, so the +1 attack on these Marines is dangerous in the extreme, especially when there's such a large number advantage. So this army for RandomBanana, you would think, is just going to smash through. Now there is a siege tank at home that doesn't appear to be moving, and a 2nd siege tank at home. But still, that army supply advantage is absolutely massive. This map, famously, you can put siege tanks behind this, tucked into this little nook, and send your Marines in a medevac over the top, and unload them here, and the tanks from behind will shell stuff. It's really hard to defend against the Terran doing that. One of the things you can do on here is you can break these rocks and they collapse to close this gap. Now if the siege tanks get sieged up here, this is pretty nasty. FyreHeart has got this observer just at home that is thoroughly useless. Now he has got blink, but the blink micro is going to have to be immaculate. This engage though is pretty good. Blinking forward is not a good idea into that many Marines. That is a seriously big mistake. The engage as it was perfect. You were engaging the Marines out of range of the siege tanks. I can't even talk. Which is absolutely what you want to be doing. What you didn't want to do was blink forward into the range of the siege tanks. And again, that sideways blink, I'm not really sure what it achieved. Ultimately nothing. The position you were in there, FyreHeart, if you had right-clicked onto the tanks, onto the tanks with the Immortals, Immortals gun down siege tanks very quickly indeed. And then with some blink micro cycling the Stalkers back, you might have had a chance. But blinking forward into that army was just suicide. RandomBanana goes 1-0, GG.